Again, back to this breaking news here. The Secret Service director resigning. That is Kim Cheadle. This coming in moments ago. Reaction pouring in. President Joe Biden, again, putting out his statement as well. Several congressional leaders, including Oklahoma Congressman Josh Brecheen, who sits on the House Homeland Security Committee, joining us live from the Capitol with more. Congressman, thanks so much for taking the time for National Report this morning and our viewers. On this breaking news here, so defiant Kim Cheadle says she's not stepping down several days after the attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. And then moments ago, not too long ago, less than an hour, I would say, we have received confirmation that she is indeed stepping down from her post. Your reaction, Congressman?
Yeah, look, I think she did the right thing. And accountability, when you say that, the buck stops here, then you really have to put action behind that wording. And so she did the right thing.
Congressman, we started our program actually covering a hearing that I know you were a part of. The Homeland Security Committee was speaking with some local law enforcement from Pennsylvania, trying to get to the bottom of this massive security failure at the Trump rally. You'd recently spent some time at those farm grounds. Can you tell us what you took away from the visit to Pennsylvania and what information you were hoping to learn today?
So, look, with Cheadle's resignation, now we've got to move into a place of understanding procedures and personnel. I filed a bill specifically because I'm concerned about the DEI hiring practices. Let's switch those acronyms around, DIE, because I think it makes people that are being protected less safe. The bill, we need to have the same qualification for both men and women in the Secret Service. The issues that I saw being on the ground, it's not just the building that was 135 yards away from President Trump's location where the shooter was located. It's the 50 different buildings that are within 50 yards, or 500 yards of where President Trump was standing. 50 buildings within 500 yards, and each one of them presents vulnerability. Somebody lurking below, hiding on the inside or on the rooftop. And the fact that there's no one coming out declaring that there were drones in use when you have that much outer perimeter vulnerabilities is astounding. The second element of that is there's a water tower about 200 yards directly above where the shooter was at that has railing and a side rail all the way around it. And that should have been also manned. Why did that not occur? What is the template for these enforcement officers to be able to come in the advance team and know that they have to have certain procedures in place? So we've got to have an examination of those procedures and personnel.
I wanted to also share this with you as well, as we were showing kind of a layout of that for viewers to understand where the shooter was, 133 yards out from the stage. This is where you visited. Do I understand this correctly, Congressman? You actually went on that sloped rooftop where the gunman was. Is that correct? What did you see?
Yeah, that's correct. We were standing directly on top of the location. I mean, just kind of looking down at potentially the cleanup area. We were right on top of where the suspect, was killed. The shooter was killed. And, what is astounding is behind that building, very gently sloped. There's a greater incline on the floor of the House of Representatives than that roof line has in terms of an incline. It's like a 2 and 12 slope, rise over run. And so very gently sloping, but behind that building is a higher point. And so why, from our understanding, from talking to the owner of that building, there was a window, 2 windows, where the owner of the building is a plastic manufacturing company. They gave access to a counter sniper team to be in one of those 2 windows that is directly behind. The question is, as we looked out of one of those windows, they could have seen that individual laying on that roof. And you have to wonder, with everyone pointing that direction, with an officer trying to reach up there and was, fell off the roof or fell off his grip with the roof when the shooter turned around and pointed his gun at him. Why did that counter sniper team on the roof behind not notice that individual? These are glaring questions that have to be answered.
Yeah, the timeline too seemed like there was a decent amount of time, minutes that passed when rally goers were trying to get police attention. Right. Photos taken of a suspicious person, but apparently not a threat. Really plenty of follow-up questions there. We'll let you get back to that hearing. Oklahoma Congressman Josh Brecheen joining us. Thank you, sir. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.